What's Golden Universe? You already know what it is. It's TBD podcast, and it's your host Reggie. That guy over there,
This your boy Jamal.
Gillie, aka Gil, aka Gillie, aka that guy. So there is a lot to talk about that's been going on in sports. I don't know. It seems like the whole. I guess maybe not a lot. The whole situation with LeBron, and I don't even know who this soccer player dude is.
I can't pronounce his name.
Zoltan, yeah, him. Is Dak gonna get paid? What's Deshaun gonna do?
What Russell gonna do?
What Russell's gonna do? A little bit of that. Are the Knicks for real? I think the Knicks are for real. But we'll discuss that too. All-Star weekend. It's All-Star weekend, people. Well, it's really just All-Star day. We'll discuss and see how that's going to go. The skills challenge, everybody, the participants, all that good stuff. So we're going to take a quick break, get everything situated. Y'all be good. We'll be right back. What's Golden Universe? Are you looking for a special gift to get somebody? Well, head over to Uniquely Dipped Chocolate on Facebook.com or Uniquely Dipped _ on IG and get your customized chocolate breakable hearts, chocolate covered cookies, chocolate covered cake pops, and chocolate covered strawberries, and many, many others. That is Uniquely Dipped Chocolate at Facebook.com and Uniquely Dipped Chocolate _ on IG. What's Golden? We back at it. So, hey, with this whole Deshaun Watson, you got Dak and you got Russell still up in the air. I guess up in the air, if you want to say. I don't think it's the only thing I think is up in the air is the Dak Prescott situation, and we're gonna get into that. But what do you think with the whole Deshaun Watson? Is he just gonna sit out for a year? Because Houston already said he ain't. They're not trading him.
So he'll probably just sit out a year. That's what I do. I'll just sit out a year.
Yeah.
I'll take the fines and things like that.
Yeah. Do you think where do you think he's gonna go? Or where would you like to see him go? There you go. Where would you like to see him go? Where do you think would be the best fit? Because I'm gonna say this: that whole J.J. Watt to the Cardinals. I don't understand. You went for the money.
Why not? What is it like?
No, but
with 2 years, $30 million, 23
no.
guaranteed.
Don't get me wrong. Get your money, but don't come out before and say I want to go to a contender and try to win a championship. The Cardinals might be the fourth best team in the NFC West, so you ain't on a real championship contender.
They in a better position than winning than what Houston is.
Well, that is true too.
And most of the teams and a whole lot of other teams though. So.
But he had a chance to go to Buffalo. Could have went back home to Green Bay. And then Cleveland. I just didn't see him in Cleveland.
I don't think I think Arizona doesn't have doesn't have state income taxes. I'll take
is that
I'll take Arizona any day. Look, but that's just reason. Look. He knows he's in the twilight of his career. So he's like,
he's
hey,
only 31. That's the crazy part.
But he playing football. But he's been playing football a long time though.
Yeah, that is true.
And he was like, look, do I want to go to Green Bay where it's cold? No, I don't want to go to Green Bay. It's cold. Buffalo where it's cold? No. And Buffalo had a hot season.
Yeah, you got really.
Who said they're gonna have that season next year? So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'll go to Arizona, reunite with D Hop.
Yeah,
D Hop was probably in his ear saying how level Arizona is. They're an up and coming team. Hey, I'll go there. I'll go there for $23 million guaranteed. That's the biggest point. $23 million guaranteed, whether I do anything or not. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that deal any day.
Okay,
it's as simple as that. But as far as where Deshaun's going,
right?
Like I said, I think Deshaun should sit out. I think Houston will be like, okay, we'll let you sit out, and then we'll retalk at the end of the season about what we're going to do with you. If he leaves, I think he'll leave for a team. I kind of want to see him in New Orleans because they are on that track of getting rid of
Breeze.
Breeze. It seems like they're going down that road
Yeah, he's about to
of getting rid
retire.
of Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's supposed to be doing crazy workouts, although he's pushing the sled, but
Right.
I think that's where he will probably. I would like to see him end up. Although as a Bears fan, I think I said this before. Hey, if he wants to come to Chicago, we'll love him, but we really don't deserve him after
After what y'all
kind of
done.
after what we did to him in the draft. So,
Yeah.
but I think New Orleans or maybe even San Fran. But I think a lot of those. I think like New Orleans, San Fran, uh, the Jets. I think they are going to make moves for their quarterbacks this year. So by him sitting out, you have to wait to next year to see who'll be in the need for a quarterback though. So
Bad. Yeah, I would love for him to come to San Francisco. I just don't see that happening. I really don't. We got to give up too much. And like I said on a previous podcast, I am not willing to give up Nick Bosa. I'm not willing to give up any of our defensive people to get Watson. Um, I kind of see him down in Miami, another warm city.
they have Tua though, so that would be.
Yeah, but do they really? Do they really want Tua though? Like, because he is what? He's in his second season. He hasn't played that much. He was okay his rookie year. I mean, he was
Yeah,
in and out with Fitzpatrick. So, I mean, what would you rather do? Would you rather have Deshaun Watson that's proven that you know can win you games, or Tua that you not sure? And Miami was good. They got a good solid team over there. So I could see him down in Miami. Um, I love to see him in New Orleans
yeah.
just to see how what Sean Payton can do with them. Um, but yeah, I'm with you. I think you just sit out, work out,
Although,
chill, enjoy getting resting your body up.
yeah. Although I
So
know that 20, what I think it's, if he sits out from Priest from training camp all the way to the whole season, I think he loses like 26 million or more for the year.
yeah,
I think I can swallow that 26 million if I'm getting 100
yeah,
or 52 million the
in the
next
long
year.
run,
So I
yeah,
think I can swallow that. I was telling somebody the other day. They was like, "Well, why would he sit out? He's saying to lose all that money. Well, lose 26, lose 23 million, make 52 million the next
yeah,
year, or make more than that next year. I think
right,
I'd rather lose this and still. That's just my own field money. I'm not losing endorsements or anything like
yeah,
that.
exactly,
That's just my own field money.
right,
I'll lose a hit in underfield money. That way I'll make more underfield money on the field money, excuse me, next year.
yeah,
So
I agree with
I'll sit
that.
out. Just go ahead and sit out. Call it a day.
Right now, with the Dak, with the save Dak, I want to save Dak Russell situation.
Okay.
I do think he wants to be out. It's like like before. You asking for a trade without asking for a trade. If you're
Correct.
putting out teams that you wouldn't mind going to, because if I decide to, if they want to trade me, these are where I want to go. You're asking for a trade. I think he's tired of being in Seattle. Um, I think he would be. The teams were what? Chicago, Dallas, New Orleans.
And I think there's one more team, but the two
Maybe
teams that really matter are New Orleans and Chicago, because those are the two teams
I don't
that
know.
don't
What about
have a.
Dallas? What about Dallas?
Well, Dallas has their own quarterback situation, but they can handle Dak right now. But New Orleans, like we just said, they're pushing Drew Brees out, so they're in need of they need a quarterback now, and
Right,
Chicago needs a quarterback like since 1986.
right.
So there you go. Well, I
Um,
can't.
well, speaking on the Dak situation, that's why I say Russell could go to Dallas. I don't see why. Look, Dak, Dak is doing exactly what Dak is supposed to do. I'm glad Dak is doing what he's doing. I'm glad he's sitting here saying no. I want $40 million, like all that. Now, listen, hear me out though. Now I get he's not worth that. I understand that.
Not at all. He wants the same
I
amount of money as
Right, but my thing is
Patrick Mahomes. No.
right, and my thing is this though, and it made a good point because I always thought about it. I'm like, damn, like he pays everybody, but he didn't pay Dak because he gave all that money to Ezekiel. He paid uh Amari Cooper. He's paid everybody at market value. Now, I was watching earlier today. I was watching First Take, and Stephen A. made a good point. Is like Dak is doing exactly what he should be doing. Get what he can get because at the end of the day, he's been loyal. He's done everything. When Jerry Jones, that whole situation of none of my players are going to kneel for the flag, da 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 da. What did Dak do? Dak sat there and said, "Okay, yeah, I don't think da da da." He played the good boy role. Let's just call it what it is. So now he's saying, "I've done everything for you that you don't want to pay me. No, we'll extend it. I'm going to get my money either way. If you have to
Right.
franchise tag me. But that's why I bring up Russell Wilson. If you don't want to pay, if you don't want him, then just swap. Russell Wilson said he wants to come to Dallas. Make the trade.
No. Because I don't think nobody. The only reason why that trade probably wouldn't work because Dak is coming off an injury. If Dak wasn't coming off an
Well,
injury,
okay, yeah,
yeah, so
okay,
that would be
that's
dumb
true.
for Seattle to make that trade.
That is
Like,
true. That is, yeah,
no,
that
why
makes
would we
sense.
make that trade? And that's Dak's problem right now. In this whole thing is, yeah, he may be worth $40 million to him. Maybe even in Dallas, he may be close to that to them. But right now, he's coming off an injury though,
Right,
and he is a slightly above average quarterback.
but
So
who
he
is
shouldn't
he?
get.
But who is? My thing is I get that, but who you're not gonna find? They're not gonna get a better quarterback than Dak. So you have no. Okay, you're gonna franchise tag him again. So then the following year, it's gonna go up to 70 million. I think they said it was. So
But my own thing is Dak wants $40 million. That's what he
yeah,
wants.
roughly,
That's right
yeah.
around what Patrick Mahomes get. A Super
Fact,
Bowl winning quarterback, Patrick Mahomes get. Got.
yeah, fact.
I think he needs to come down a little bit. Now I'm all for player empowerment, get your money, but let's be realistic here. You're not the same quarterback, so you shouldn't get paid the same amount. You shouldn't. Now, if he was talking around 38, maybe 36, I'm like, okay, that's a fair number for that. That's my thing. I think my number is around 37.5 for that, and I think they should call it a day. I think they just both teams need to realize that both player and team need to realize that is above average quarterback playing on a below average team. There's not much they can do.
I don't even think that they're paying them that. That's the crazy part about it. I don't even think they're paying them that because that's market value right now. If you really look at it, that is what the market value is: 37 to $40 million. Aaron Rodgers is getting 37 and a half, something like that. Deshaun is like 38. So the market value is that. I think they're trying to pay him under market value.
Well, I think they try to pay him what they think he's worth. They probably think he's worth like 30, maybe 28
That's what
around
I'm
there.
thinking. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
But and I get why they say that because he still hasn't won. He's won what, one playoff game?
Yeah. But think about it. Think of this though. If it was Tony Romo, they wouldn't even have. They wouldn't even have.
Exactly.
If this was Tony Romo, it wouldn't even have been a question that they would have gave him the money. Here
Well,
you
no,
go.
I can't say that because they didn't. Dallas really didn't start feeling Tony Romo until after he left. They were already all their fans were talking about how he wasn't Roger Staubach. So you got to realize that's just Dallas. I think Dallas doesn't. And even Troy Aikman they really didn't pay Troy Aikman or get Troy Aikman the same love that they gave him. He was winning Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And it was like, we can win without you. I think that's Dallas' whole thing. Dallas' whole thing's like, people want to play for Dallas. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I think
And
that's
I
their
think
whole.
that's why they're in. That's why I think they are who they are now. They haven't been to the Super Bowl in what 3 decades, right? It's been
Something like
it's
that.
been 3 decades, right? Last time they was in it was in the '90s, right? Yeah, 3 decades, 3 decades.
Yeah,
Like y'all are irrelevant now, not to the point of y'all are delusional that y'all think you're going to the Super Bowl every year and y'all fizzle out and all it is a 500, maybe 2 games above 500 team. That is all you Dallas Cowboys people are. At the end of the day, Dallas will not Dallas will not beat Dallas. And like I said, God forbid I want nothing to happen to this man until Jerry Jones is gone. Or the Joneses because that's all he does. He just wants the attention. I don't know.
you gotta realize the Cowboys is the same person who has their training facility surrounded by businesses where they can look, or the business can look down on the practice field and see every play that they're practicing. So and think that's okay. So hey,
Oh,
welcome to Dallas. I
welcome.
think Dallas is just bigger than themselves. Jerry Jones has been a great marketer,
Yeah,
and because he's a great marketer, I think he'll be able to swindle a deal for Dak. They will be below what Dak wants. So I think that will end up standing Cowboys. Uh, but Russell Wilson, though, my guy Russell Wilson, I think he is who Chicago needs to be going after right
So
now.
you wouldn't mind having Russell.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having Russell right now. One, because I think because the situation allows us the most benefit, because it seems like both team and player want to be out or want to be done with each other. They just want to publicly say they want to be done with each other.
Right, right.
So that means we can probably get him for lesser value, as far as with trading picks or trading stuff like that. We can get from lesser value than what he's actually worth, and he's already put us on his list of teams. So we don't have to give up so much like we would to get Deshaun. We can give a little bit less to get Russell, who is around the same tier quarterback. So
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him in Chicago. It would I would, of course, I would have to get used to seeing him in a Bears uniform just because he's been with Seattle for so long. But I wouldn't mind seeing him in a Bears uniform. That would be a good fit for him. It's a little bit more city vibe with it being
yeah,
Chicago. I think Sierra would love it and get into the community a little bit more because more of our people live in Chicago than they do Seattle. I'm just saying. We all
they
know
can
what
move
it
out to
is.
Champagne and stay.
You know what I'm saying? Now you had sent me a text message earlier this week and was like, "I cannot believe y'all are really thinking about going after Teddy Bridgewater."
Oh yeah, yeah. CBS wrote that article about
Now,
Teddy Bridgewater going to the 49ers.
now I don't believe it. I don't think it's going to happen. Period. I think it's just one of those news stories that someone just wanted to write about to see how many hits it can get.
Okay.
But if we were to go out and get Teddy Bridgewater, I think Teddy Bridgewater would be fine in our system. I think any quarterback can play in our system because it's not a complex system.
Okay.
It's we run the ball damn near 80% of the time. We're doing short passes. Um, we're always in 11 personnel. Damn near it seems like we are. And if we have to push it down the field, see, I think he has a better arm than uh
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G, and he's more mobile than Jimmy G. The thing with Teddy Bridgewater though is I feel like Teddy Bridgewater is having the same effect, same issue that Michael Vick had when he came back after no, I'm just gonna say this after not in talent wise, not in talent wise. No, no, no.
Okay.
Not in
Okay.
talent wise. I'm talking about as in the thought process. After he came back and went back to when Vic went to Philly, is instead of him being the running quarterback that he was to elude, he tried to be a pocket passer because that's what everybody was saying that he's not a pocket passer. He's not a pocket passer. If anybody knows, Michael Vick is nasty regardless of whether he is a pocket passer or not. The man can sling the ball 75 yards with ease. And I think that's what it is with Teddy Bridgewater. Like last year, watching Teddy Bridgewater with the Panthers, he had some all right games. He had some good games. But some games, it seemed like he wasn't sure if he should run or if he was, or if he should try to pass instead of just letting his instincts take over.
I give you that.
That's the only thing I see that's wrong with Teddy Bridgewater.
I see a lot what's wrong with Teddy. I see that as an issue. He doesn't rely on his legs as much as he should. But from one, I think the Panthers overpaid for him. For one, he
Oh, I
had
agree with you on that.
he had a half of a good. I won't say he had half. He had a good season with New Orleans.
I wouldn't even
Come
say a
out,
good season. He had a few good. He had a good. He had what 3 games, 3 or 4 games.
it was a little bit more than that, but I
Was
think it
it?
was. I think like he had a good season with
Was
the.
it like 5? Okay, okay, go ahead.
He
Showed he
showed
could still. He
potential.
showed what he did in Minnesota.
Yeah, he showed good potential, and this is the same thing. I think he's a good. Uh, he's kind of like Fitzpatrick in the sense where they have a lot of potential to be good, but they'll have a good run of games, and then they'll just fall off. Like okay, what happened to this quarterback who was doing so well in these other games? And
Right,
then they'll fall off for a couple games, stuff like that, and then they have another really good, great game. Like okay, yeah, this is what they can be, but they never can be what they can be all the time. Like him, Fitzpatrick, maybe even Tyrod Taylor. You want to put him in that category too, where they have so much potential, but they lack consistency, and that lack of consistency is why I don't think he'll do well in the 49ers, which is why which is why Carolina wants him out of here. Even the owner and coach both said that he has to get a whole lot better. And what he has to get a whole lot better in is consistency.
yeah,
If he goes out to the 49ers, it'll be the same thing without him getting better, without him getting more consistent, either as a runner or a passer, or even just a game manager. He has to
right,
get better at one of the things. His decision making sometimes he gets flustered. He'll roll out, but then he'll roll out not to run, but he'll roll out to throw the ball away. Like you could have just threw the ball away in the pocket if he was going to throw the ball away. So
right.
that's what I'm saying about Teddy Bridgewater.
Well, you're there. You're in Panther territory. So
I think I think Jimmy G will do good here in Carolina for the simple fact that I think he is a Matt Rule and
type
David
football.
Tapper type of quarterback.
Yeah,
So
I can see that
he
he
fits
fits
their
their
mode of
mold.
what they
Yeah.
want of a quarterback. So
Well, like I tell people, Jimmy G is good. He's a good quarterback. He can't stay on the field right now. That's the thing, and I
yeah,
think that's the thing with us is we're in that gray area of okay, look, he's injury. He hasn't been on the field, but when he's on the field, he's good. I mean, the man. Yes, people can say what they want to say about him. He still took the San Francisco to the point. He still took us to the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, you have to have some type of quarterback play to get to the Super Bowl. He took us to the Super Bowl. Did he have a great Super Bowl? Hell no. I don't know where the hell Jimmy G went to. I don't know where he went. And some of that blame is on like I said before, Kyle Shanahan. Run the football. We were doing it all year. I don't know.
right.
Yeah, I know the Super Bowl. We lost Super Bowl 2 years ago, but I'm just saying that's how it is. Um, and we're in that area of okay, we paid him the money, but we shouldn't. How long do we hold on to him? That's where we're at with Jimmy G. It's like okay, we don't want to give up on him too soon, too easily,
Right.
because like I say, that one season when he was healthy, that whole season, we went to the Super Bowl, and then the 2 other seasons he was in and out, but he had a winning record. So I think that's where we're at. I think if Jimmy G, I think this is Jimmy G's make or break year. If he gets injured again this year, we'll move. We're gonna move. We're gonna move on from him. We're gonna move
But
on.
I'm all for treating quarterbacks like running backs. I'm
Yeah,
all
I
for
know. I
giving.
know you are.
I'm all for giving quarterbacks short-term deals and just drafting another one
Yeah.
and
Well,
put them
I
out.
see. I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. I would love for us to go ahead and draft uh, a quarterback. I think we're, to be honest. Yeah, we need a quarterback. Our backup is horrible. Um, um, damn, I can't even think of our backup quarterback. That's how awful we are. We do have Josh Rosen now, but he still ain't nothing. But I would love for us to draft a quarterback. I would love to get Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields would be nice in our system. Um, Zach Wilson from BYU, I just don't. He had one great season, and then the season you had was a pandemic season. So basically, you kind of just threw your schedule together. Um,
Everybody keeps talking about Justin Fields.
I like the potential in Justin Fields. I like
Okay,
the potential in Justin Fields.
yes,
He has potential. If he keeps his head on and grinds and works, Justin Fields can be nice because he's big, he's solid. He can
he has the
run, he can
potential. All
throw.
right.
You said what now?
I think he has the potential. All right. He has the potential to be Cam Newton or the potential to be Vince Young. That there we go. That's his potential.
Nah, I
He can go.
can't
He could
see
be. He
that.
could be. He could be one. Or he could be. As a matter of fact, he could be Cam Newton. Uh, year three Cam Newton. Yeah, he could be year three Cam Newton
I can see him
or
more of a
year whatever Vince Young.
I can see him more of a Deshaun Watson type quarterback than Vince Young. Vince Young was way too skinny, and Vince Young was Tim Tebow, great college quarterback, not so great in the NFL. Lord have
Well,
mercy.
I was just saying he was a young athletic quarterback.
He
If
was.
you want to,
I still hate Vince
so
Young to this day, though. I still hate Vince Young to this day because they
okay,
should
so
know
he
when
could
that
be a
chance
Cam
is
Newton now. He could be Cam Newton now or Russell Wilson. There we go.
up.
If you want to say that. His
Okay.
his floor because he had the potential to be really good, but remember Ohio State was a one read offense. So one read, the ball's out. He's going to have
Yeah.
to make more than one read in the NFL.
Yeah. That is true.
So
But like I said, any quarterback can fit in our system. It's really not that hard. We run the ball.
go ahead and take that risk. Y'all go ahead. You can take that risk. I personally wouldn't take that risk
Well, I don't know.
because how often you see this all the time. Mike Vick, Vince Young, Marcus Mariota, Tim Tebow. You can name the list of athletic. Even Russell Wilson early on. That's Russell Wilson's problem now. Quarterbacks get tired of getting hit. Like they
That
get
is
tired of
true.
getting hit.
Fact.
And the more you run them, you're getting them more hits. That's where Cam Body is the way Cam Body is now. Because all the running and all the power quarterback options. Which all they're gonna because Justin Fields is so athletic, offensive coordinators will throw that in there, and he's going to get hit. And them hits are going to add up. So that's my only thing about drafting athletic quarterbacks. Yeah, they can
Right.
do so much, but for how long can they do that so much? And can that lead them to do it, be a Super Bowl, get in the Super Bowl? Give me a ring.
I can do
So,
that.
but power to the people.
Shit. Look. Like I said, we just need somebody that Jimmy G's at that point where he knows he's untouchable right now, and he needs somebody. He needs somebody to give him some type of competition.
But I
Who?
also think there's also other great quarterbacks out there, or good quarterbacks out there. You still got Tyrod Taylor who's out there. You got Fitzpatrick's out
But wait,
there.
well, you can't. But yeah, but Tyrod Taylor's coming off of that injury though.
See, that was that. Okay, we talked about that injury on the previous thing,
Yeah,
but
that is true.
that's the only. And if it wasn't for that injury,
Yeah,
he would still be there.
yeah,
Because Justin Herbert wouldn't get a chance to show what he could do. You
true.
still got that. Still, the Jets don't know what they're doing with Sam Darnold just
I
yet.
wouldn't
Although most
mind
people
Sam Darnold. I'm telling people.
think they're going to leave. So.
I keep telling people, Sam Darnold is better than what you think. He is in a bad situation. Just like with just like with Baker Mayfield at the beginning of his career. He had three different offensive coordinators for crying out loud.
I love Baker Mayfield so much.
I just like his moxie. The man goes out to play. I would like him to be in my foxhole. That's the thing with him. Like I know he's gonna go out there and he's gonna give it his all. Some of these other quarterbacks, I don't feel that way about. But I just like. I think the thing is I. It's not that I love Baker Mayfield. It's the fact of I like seeing people. I like seeing people grow because what people do is, especially if they're young in their career, like second year, and you're like, oh, he's nothing yet. Damn, he's only 2 years in. This is Baker
Right.
Mayfield's what fourth year now. This is actually, if you think about it, this is about the right time for you to kind of now you kind of settled in and kind of grasp the NFL even more because you're older. I think that's what it is with Baker Mayfield is you saw him grow compared to where everybody was talking about how he was. Oh, he can't do nothing he ain't never gonna get Cleveland to the playoffs. Baker Mayfield is this. He gets them to the playoffs and wins the game. So I think that's more so what it is the growth. Just like with Kyler Murray. People talk about Kyler Murray's not all this great or whatever, and he runs it up. But 2 or 3 years from now, Kyler Murray's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it is with me. Now, if Baker was like 10 years, like 8, 9 years in, then it's like, okay, look, you're just an okay quarterback.
But you still got what's the backup quarterback in New Orleans right now?
Tatum Hill or
Tannehill Hill is just athlete.
yeah,
He's a positionless player.
uh Justin Winston.
Yeah, just listen. You still got him on the available. Although Sean Payton said that his next quarterback is on the roster for the Saints. It's on the roster already. That's his next quarterback. But if I was Justin Wilson, I'll be looking for like, okay, I'll be winking like, yeah, I take this New Orleans job, but who else wants me right now?
Right.
He still has
No,
a valuable
Justin.
option for
Yeah,
some team.
Justin. Listen, I was talking to some people at work about Justin Winston. They're like, oh, Justin Winston, this, da, da, da. Yes, Justin Winston threw for 30 plus touchdowns and 30 plus interceptions. Got it. But the man still threw for 5,000 yards. That's ridiculous. So if he just cuts, so if he just cuts on his decision making, Winston is a problem. I think that's just me personally. I think if he cuts it down, if he cuts that down to at least half, if he just cuts it down half, now I just want to see if he stays in New Orleans. I want to see how good Sean Payton is. The Sean Payton tries to make it seem like he's a quarterback whisperer.
This is my thing about the whole Sean Payton thing is if Justin Winston was who you were talking about, how come you didn't play him that much though?
Yeah, that is true.
They played Taysom Hill more than they played Winston.
Yeah,
When Drew Brees went out, they started Taysom
Taysom
Hill.
Hill. Yeah, Taysom Hill. Yep. Yeah, I
So I'm
agree.
just saying,
Yeah,
if Winston's all that, and that's the one thing that I would look at if I was Winston. I'd be like, yeah, I'm here. I learned from Drew a little bit, watching Drew in practice
right.
and stuff like that about my decision making. I would try to prove my point or try to get Sean to put me in positions where I could prove my value to other teams. And just sitting on the bench while a non-quarterback starts the game at quarterback,
Right.
kind of kind of let you know where he may not be or where he isn't quite yet. At least in Sean Payton's eyes,
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah,
looking to get out.
I can see that. I could
I'll be looking
definitely
to
see
get
that.
out of New Orleans.
I can see that. Um, I just hope he gets another chance though. I really do. I really do.
Yeah,
I really
because I
do.
want to see him eat a W
Yeah.
again. So,
Yeah, yeah, the way he ate that W, even though Tampa was looking yeah.
what are you doing, man? Hey,
Hey.
anything to motivate a team. But hey, the players around him were like, oh yeah, that's hype right now. It wasn't until later when everyone like, wait, what?
Yeah. Fact. But he yeah, I would love to see, I just wanted to make sure I just want to see him do good because
Yeah.
like I said, he still throw for that many yards, even though 30 interceptions though. Like, damn. You were just throwing the ball. You didn't give it You didn't care who was over there. Here you go. Just take it. Um, I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else?
Yeah, I don't
Cam?
think there's any.
I don't think so. Cam?
Well, you have what is it? What's the Redskins quarterback? Not Kirk Cousins. Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
No. Kirk Cousins in
Kirk,
Minnesota. Alex Smith.
Alex Smith. Who's starting before Alex Smith? It doesn't
Uh,
matter.
it doesn't
They
matter.
just
He's the Ohio State quarterback that got let go.
yeah,
Dwayne Haskins.
and everybody thinking that Cam could go there, but I like Cam is in that same boat that I was talking about earlier, where their injuries are to a certain point where you don't know
Yeah.
how good they're going to be,
Yeah.
and I don't know how good Cam. Although New England didn't have any receivers, throw the ball, offensive line was very lax.
Yeah. You didn't have a
Play calling,
you didn't have a traditional off season.
yeah. So
He
I
was
don't
out
know
with
where Cam
COVID. He was
is.
out with COVID for a long period of time, so he was a little
Yeah.
bit behind. Yeah. I wouldn't
I don't
mind
know.
I wouldn't mind seeing him back in New England.
I think that's probably end up happening because I don't see them making any moves at the quarterback position.
They might draft one.
But do you trust that draft person who you just drafted? I don't. Nah.
Yeah.
I can't. So, but that's it. I mean, I think that's as far as quarterback positioning. I think you have the top ones, but you also have to look. I was just making a statement that you also have to look further down the list, especially if you're a team like Chicago.
Yeah.
The possibilities, maybe even Carolina, the possibilities of us landing the top three is very slim, but we need a quarterback. So we have to look at some of these other players
Right.
and try them out. So,
That's real. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna jump into this. How you say this man's name? Zoltan. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm just calling him
Look.
Zatan,
Z,
Dalton.
Z and LeBron get into it. All right. What's Golden Universe? Here's a snippet of No F's Given by Raleigh artist Discreet.
Girl, what is you talking about? Are you even sure? Get the drama out your mouth or hit the door. We got a night to define, and I wanna start it off right. Girl, I think I'm too gone for this shit. Girl, I ain't got no time for no lip.
What's Golden Universe? We back. All right. Look, this whole I don't. Before we get into this, I don't understand why people go after LeBron when it comes to this type of stuff. First, you had the lady from Fox News that told him to shut up and dribble. He knew he can't, and he talks. Look, that's one. Look, LeBron is a what do I always call him? He's very passive aggressive. Anybody knows people that are passive aggressive 90% of the time have a lot to say, and they're very educated because they read a lot. Passive aggressive people are like that if you know them. That's why they're passive aggressive because they know they can get their way somehow, some way. But this dude Zoltan, soccer player from I don't even where is he?
AC Milan. That's his club he plays
That's
with.
his club name. AC Milan said something about and I'm paraphrasing. Basically, LeBron needs to just stick to sports. Basically, just
Yeah,
shut up and
essentially
dribble. Just be
well, that's his first comment. Like he praised him, and then he said at the end of his comment, he was like, "But he should stick to sports." That's the first thing he said.
yeah,
That's the first thing he said.
right. And then LeBron came back and said, "Isn't this the same guy that said that his country didn't like him because of his last name?" Um, and basically, LeBron said, "Look, I'm never just gonna stick to sport basketball. I have a voice." Which that's one thing I will say about LeBron is LeBron be on it when it comes to the social
Yeah,
activism. Um, he has his more than a vote um thing. He opened up the school. I promise I didn't that there just lets you know what type of man he is. With his philanthropist. I think I said that correctly. But and then uh Z, he doubled down. He didn't.
Which I
Hey,
like. I love the double down. I said what I said. I love the double
yeah,
down.
I do. And he basically said no, athletes should stick to athletes or sports basically, and politicians should stick to politics. What I would say is though is I did like the back and forth, which is perfectly fine. Agree to disagree. Um, but I I don't think Big Z shouldn't have said he shouldn't have doubled down after what LeBron said because basically he was basically I don't not saying he shouldn't have doubled down. LeBron won this either way you look at it. For him to try to tell LeBron to stick to sports and stuff, but yet you had an issue with your country not liking you because of the last name, and you made a big deal about it, but yet you don't want people to fight for you about that. At least that's how I see it. Um, and then again, all you did was just continue to give LeBron a bigger voice than he already has. Like nobody outside of your country and your team and diehard foot, football fans know who you are. The world knows who LeBron is. I just don't see why you even got into this type of a match. That's just my
First of all, LeBron James and this I Promise school that he has, where graduates who get free scholarships to
I think,
Miami of Ohio. I think that's the school
and
college.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. Wait, in
Or
Akron, in Akron College. Akron.
they get full ride scholarships just for graduating from the I Promise school. You got to give it to LeBron. You got to give it to LeBron because he's always on social justice issues, no matter what. He has a big campaign now going in Atlanta right now.
Yeah,
Because Atlanta and I think Georgia and I think 42 other
42 other
states,
states. Yeah, I heard about
they
that.
have
Yeah,
bills and stuff coming up about voter suppression.
like
So LeBron
296 bills were passed or some crazy
yeah,
number like that.
yeah. So LeBron is on it.
Hmm.
However, I love the double down about this guy. I love people who say what they said
Yeah,
and mean what they say. I like it because you can have your opinion, but let your opinion be your opinion.
yeah,
And this is guy's opinion. It's the wrong opinion, but at least I know where this guy stands, and I don't have to be like, okay, is he with us? Is he with us? Or is he with us? I know exactly where he's saying. That's how I feel about what's name. Like that's how I feel about Trump supporters. Okay, you're a Trump supporter. I know exactly where you stand.
right,
Now I know how to deal with you. It's the ones who are closet who I'll be like, I
right.
don't really know, but hey, this is my biggest thing. I think that all Trump supporters should always be able to what's the name? Hey, they should fly their flags like the Scarlet Letter. Like you should have to wear that disdain on you all the time. I pass by this house all the time while I'm working and stuff. They had this huge Trump flag throughout. They had it up until like 3 weeks ago. Then they finally took it down. I was like, no, you should wear that. Like that should be your badge of pride right now.
Right.
And this guy's badge of pride should be saying that athletes should just stick to athletes. Like athletes are just one thing.
Yeah.
Like, and then I want him to go into. I don't want him to owning anything. I don't want him having any type of marketing deals because if athletes should just stick to athletes, or if athletes should just stick to athletics, then there should be no. He shouldn't be able to market himself. He shouldn't be able to do anything outside of playing football. So if he's into real estate, no, you can't do real estate because you're just an athlete.
Yeah.
If he's into owning any type of business, nope, you're just an athlete. Remember what you said.
Yeah.
And you double down on what you said. You said
Yeah.
that athletes should just stick to athletics. So since you're an athlete, since you're a football player, you should just stick to being a football player for the rest of your life because that's what you want.
Yeah. I agree
That's
with
what you
that.
said. He was wrong, but hey, I love the double down. Like, no, I kind of meant what I said.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, I didn't know who the hell the guy was.
yeah, but he was wrong in his double down. His double down said, "This is the athletes unite the world, politics divide." Since when did athletes unite the world? I've never seen an
No, he said sports. He
Sports
said
Unite the
sports.
World
Well, yeah, athletes. Yeah. He said the sports
or something like the world.
bring us together.
Has he been? See, this is what I don't like. He plays football.
Right. Football
And he
fan.
plays. Oh, they'd be crazy. They'd be killing each other at their game. They'd be full bitch fights at their matches.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Ain't no uniting in there.
Yeah.
Have you been? I watch two sports I watch on ESPN or one of the ESPNs on the regular. That is soccer and it's the world. What is it? Not the one to come on. Not the U.S. soccer. No,
No,
I
no,
actually
no.
watch.
You watch,
The,
yeah. I know soccer. You watch the
I watch the real like where
Premier
it's just
League.
stadiums. Yeah, where it's just stadiums of one team and all you hear is the little bullhorns and I watch what is it? What is it called? I know that whole thing. I think it's the AFL, which is the Australian Football League.
Okay.
These fans, now shout out to the All Blacks. Uh, these fans go crazy for their teams. You think American-born sports teams are you go crazy or fanatics? No, they go crazy. It'd be the whole city, the whole town shutting down for that team. So that's not much uniting going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was talking about with that, but shout out though. Hey, he did double down. A lot of people back down to LeBron. He didn't back down. So
he did. I will give him.
I give him that. He didn't back down, but you're wrong, and you shouldn't be able to own or do anything except for
Didn't get
be a
no
striker.
sponsorship, boy.
Yeah, you should be doing nothing but be a striker for the rest of your life. So you shouldn't be able to change positions. Like that's just who you are for the rest of your life. So,
yeah, that's true. That's our take on that. Like I say, look,
and the Lakers are for real. So
we'll get into that. We'll get.
Although they lost tonight.
Just don't come after LeBron. He knows what he does. He does. He does his research. Put Blake.
And that's another thing. LeBron is not just an athlete who just says stuff and doesn't have the knowledge behind of what he's saying. Then you hear a lot of times athletes or people in general, they just talk and they don't never have the knowledge from behind it, just regurgitating what other people have told them. LeBron is actually one of those guys who are living for what he's talking about right now. So he's actually doing it.
Yeah.
And, prayers for Bronny. Bronny got hurt. Yeah, that's the second. That's the oldest boy, Bronny. I think Bronny's the oldest boy.
Yeah.
He had season injury, MCL injury.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. Get back, speedy recovery. But yeah, when we get back, we're gonna get into the All-Star talk. All-Star Day is here, and then our predictions on the second half of the season. All right.
What's Golden Universe? Here's a snippet off the upcoming album, The Art of Nick Money by Nick Money Myers, called Love It.
Nick Money, baby. Can't be stopped. No limit to the guap I cop. Nick Money Meyer got stupid cash. Spaced out suits with the boots to match. Yeah, I put the bank in debt. 700 songs that will make you sweat. My stakes are like circus.
What's Golden Universe? We back. All-Star. It's All-Star Day. This weekend, All-Star Day. The 7th? I think, yeah, they're doing it Sunday. They're not even doing Friday or Saturday. It's Sunday, which is weird. It's going to feel weird. They got the All-Star game. The dunk contest is in the middle at halftime. And everything else is the three-point challenge and the skills competition is at the beginning.
Right?
Yeah, what now?
I think all that's before, right?
Yeah, all that is before. But we'll get into that. Quick question before we talk All-Star. Are the New York Knicks serious? Are they for real? Are they legit?
as
Julius Randles is an all-star this year, and the boy been hooping ever since he left LA.
or as a
Oh,
18.
and they're sitting fourth. They're sitting
Oh
fourth in the East.
they moved down since what's the name?
Are they fifth
Since
now?
last night's games. They moved down since last night's games. They're
Well,
sixth
shit.
right now.
Well, everybody in the East, everybody in the East is what, a game within each
Yeah,
other.
that's what I said. They moved down. So that's only because they didn't play last night.
Right.
They're 18-18 right now. They're at 500. They're sitting in the sixth seed. They were fourth until last night.
Right.
Yes, they are a legit Eastern Conference team. I'll give them that. They are a legit Eastern Conference team.
Okay. I'll do this question. Do they make the playoffs?
Yeah. Once
Are
again,
they there you go. Are they a playoff? Are they a playoff team? Because we know how the Knicks are. Knicks ain't made the playoffs since 2012.
They are 18-18 right now. They're in the sixth seed. This year we'll have a playoff game. We'll have a playing game. So, and they're playing the Eastern Conference. They'll make the playoffs for the first time in God knows. Now, will they make it far in the playoffs? No, because I think they'll be a bottom tier team. They have to play them. Right. I think they'll end up playing either Philly or if they play Philly or the Nets.
Yeah, that's the right
in the first round. No, they don't stand a chance to beating those teams. But somehow they make it into a position where they have to play those two teams in the first round. They'll make it to the second round where they'll lose.
Yeah, but I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Eastern Conference team. I give them that.
I do believe that they are legit. I think I like Julius Randle's game. Derrick Rose looked like he's a little bit revived. I think he likes playing for Tom Thibodeau. Seems like wherever Tom Thibodeau goes, that's where Derrick Rose goes, from Chicago to Minnesota to the Knicks. And this is what the second time Derrick Rose has played on the Knicks. So I like their players. Like I said, Julius Randle, first time All-Star. Has been balling out.
I have to wait a minute. I have to take my statement back.
What?
The Knicks aren't gonna make the playoffs.
How you figure that, bro?
Because I'm looking. I had to look up the when you said that every team was a half a game within each other. Literally.
No, literally. Yeah.
Literally, the Boston Celtics at 4 are 18-17. The Raptors at 5 are 17-17. The Knicks at 6 are 17-18. The Heat at 7 are 17-18. The Hornets at
the Knicks are 18-18. The Knicks are 18.
Yeah, the Knicks are 18-18. The Heat are 17-18. The Hornets are 16-18, and the Pacers, Bulls right behind them are 15-18. All those teams have a chance to get in the playoffs. And I think the Knicks are just going to stink it up this half quarter.
But you got to remember though. Okay, then so they might not make the playoff, but they'll be in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, they'll be in the play-in tournament because they play in the Eastern Conference where it's easy to get in that playoff tournament because what is the top 10 teams get in the playoff tournament?
The seventh through 10th seed is in the play-in game.
Yeah, so there you go. They'll be in that race, but God,
I think they're legit. I think they're real. I think this is for real. I don't think this is your average New York Knicks season where they're just that garbage and they don't even sniff the playoffs. But the Browns did good this year.
They made it to the playoffs and they won one and then got bounced.
But that doesn't matter. Shit, that's all Cleveland Browns fans want. Shit, that's all the Knicks fans want. The Knicks fans probably don't even care if they lose in the playoffs. As long as they're in the talks of the playoffs.
It don't even matter. They make money and they still lose. That's what I don't like about losing franchises.
Yeah,
the New York. That's what I like about New York teams either. They haven't been to the playoffs or won a champion in so long, but yet they always are in the top of revenue.
Yeah,
and always in the top of tickets sold, merchandise sold.
The Mecca, man. The Mecca. What do you expect?
I don't know why y'all would support a franchise that doesn't win, but Hey,
Well, I do agree with that. Jimmy Dolan
but
needs
they what's him
Dolan,
though?
Dolan needs to get
Let me say this on. Let me say it here to this, and if I ever get around to shooting another overtime episode, I'll say it on there too. I was wrong. I know this is not on the docket, but I was wrong about uh, LaMelo Ball. I was wrong about LaMelo Ball.
told you.
I,
Told
he
you.
hasn't so far. Well, hold on. Let me rephrase my statement. So far, I've been wrong about LaMelo Ball. He hasn't hit the rookie wall just yet,
And he'll hit it. He'll hit it.
and but
He'll
he's
hit it.
also since starting and since consistently starting, his turnovers has gone down, and he's been more consistent in playing, which is what I thought he would. Which is why I thought he would be as consistent as he has been. But he's been playing well though.
He played overseas against grown men. Like
Okay,
I
I get
tell
that.
people, the same thing with Luka. That's why they come in and they're fine. They played against grown men already.
I get that. I just think
What
his
what
consistency was going to be there.
right? What LaMelo Ball is what we thought Lonzo Ball was going to be.
Well, hold on. No, I can't say that because Lonzo Ball is a great player. I mean, not great, but he's
He's a
good.
good
He's a
player.
good
No,
player.
I like Lonzo. I like Lonzo
I
Ball
like Lonzo.
in New Orleans.
Yeah,
I
and
think
I
he had too
think,
much pressure when his dad was doing all that talking and he got drafted to LA. It was too much.
but even his dad, even Levar did say that LaMelo was the better player out of all three
Yeah.
boys. He did say that. So, but yeah,
Well,
I was wrong about that.
he's not. I wish he was in the
Yeah, I was about to say that too. And I wish he was in at least in the skills game.
I wanted to see him in the skills competition. Um, for the All Star, for All Star Day, um, the 3-point, like I said, the 3-point contest and the skills competition
I'm
is
always go ahead.
is first. It's first in the thing. It's first in the thing. It's first. You know what I'm trying to say. The beginning of the game. They're doing that beginning of the game. That was all I was gonna say.
How long is that going to? Okay, this is going to be one long night, and it's going to be one big locker room for all these athletes to be in.
Yeah,
So, I,
because it
I'm
is March 7th, right? That's the only day
yeah,
it is, right? It's not the
yeah,
8th or the 6th, because normally it's the 5th, 6th, and the 7th.
right.
The
And
5th
normally
is
it'd be
just
at different events,
yeah,
different.
fifth is just a whatever day. And then the 6th
Yeah,
is
All-Star Saturday night be the dunk contest and the 3-point
yeah,
contest.
right. So
But speaking of this dunk contest, yeah, basketball fans, hey, around the world, I only know who one of these guys are.
wait, we're
And
gonna get to the dunk contest. I got you. When I saw the list for the dunk contest, I already knew you didn't know who none of these people were.
I know who one of them is. The
Or
other two are
one,
like,
I know,
who?
and I know you know that one and I know the person you know because of that person played right up the road here. That's how I know you know that one person.
There you
Uh,
go.
yeah, I already knew. Uh, so before we do that though, let's do skills competition.
Okay.
You got Nikhil Vukovic from Orlando, Julius Randle from the Knicks, the bonus from the Panthers, Covington, excuse- Covington from the Blazers, CP3 from Phoenix, and then Luca from Dallas.
I'll tell you right now. Sorry, Chris Paul, you ain't won it in the 5 times you've been there. You're not gonna run it this time. Uh, I'm actually, so no, you're out. Luca, you're good, but do you really care? No. So, and who is the other small? I guess there is no really other small. Just so that's what I'm picking. What's the name though?
Who?
I'm picking a big man. I'm picking a
Okay.
big man. 'Cause big man normally has something to prove in this competition. They more be like, hey, I can shoot and pass and dribble, which is why I'm picking Sabonis.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm picking, and plus, Sabonis was kind of snubbed on the Allstar roster, so he
Okay.
got a point to prove.
Okay. I like that pick. I definitely wasn't gonna go with CP3 or Luca. Robert Covington. I
Yeah,
know
Rocco,
he.
sit down somewhere.
Huh?
Rocco, he better be like Paul George. He better be like Paul George too. Yeah,
uh,
y'all know how I feel about Paul George.
yeah,
Rocco's about to be on that.
I'm weak. I will go. I'll go Julius Randle. I like your Sabonis pick, but I like Randle. I think Randle. I don't know. It's Randle's year right now,
Yeah.
so I would go Randle with the skills competition. I really wish Melo. I wish Melo was in the
Don't call him Melo.
LaMelo. It's gonna be tough. Look, I really don't
Don't call him
care.
Melo.
I don't care. One's Carmelo, the other one's LaMelo. They both mellow. Fuck it. Melo 2.0. There you go. Melo 2.0.
No, he's not even a better. He's not even a better version of Melo.
I'm just calling him
Just
Melo
call him
2.0.
Lamelo.
I'm just calling him Melo 2.0 because his name is Melo and he wears the number 2, to be honest with you.
No, it sounds like you're trying to say he's a better version of
No.
Melo. No,
No,
no.
nowhere near. They play two different positions. They got two different style of game. They are nowhere near close.
Although,
Nowhere near close.
did you see Carmelo the other night though, playing against the Hornets the other night?
No, I'm at. That's one thing I really want. Look, I'm gonna. That's my rant for the end of the. That's my rant at the
Okay.
end of this show. We'll talk about that. But
But
no, to
anyway,
answer your
back
question,
to
no, I
All
didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
back to the All Star game though. Back to I'll leave that be, and we can go back to this All Star
Yeah.
game though.
But I would like for him to be. I wish he was in the skills challenge. Now, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I am very excited for the 3-point contest. I'm geeked because of all the names that are in it, and I think this is probably by far maybe one of the best fields I've seen in a long time. Um, you got Steph, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, and Zach LaVine. Um, the two I like most, besides Steph, because we all know Steph is an all-world.
No, Steph is the worst. Steph is the worst
No,
pick
no,
in this
no, no,
out of
no, no,
so
no, no. I'm just saying. No, I'm talking about the shooter wise. I'm just talking about as in Steph is an all-time great. I'm talking about
okay.
as in the two that I'm glad that they got is Zach LaVine and Devin Booker.
Oh yeah.
Just because I think a lot of people don't see Zach LaVine that much on television. Zach LaVine is a baller. Zach LaVine is nice. I wish we never give, and I'm going to say it again because I always say this: we should have never gave up Zach LaVine.
Well, Zach LaVine is leading in field goal 3-point percentage right now.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
But
Steph isn't great in this.
yeah, Steph. I think shooters like Steph, they don't do well in competition style shooting.
Didn't he win one
Uh,
though?
he won one and then he stunk one up. He stunk the one up here in Charlotte. He stunk it up
Well, I think
while
that
he
was
was
just
here in
because it
Charlotte.
was in Charlotte. I think he had a lot of jitters.
I still don't think. I still don't think shooters like that do very well in this competition.
Right.
Uh, not and a lot of Steph's shooting is unorthodox and it comes off the dribble, comes off of weird angles,
Right.
things like that. A lot of his momentum and things like that. So I think it'll take him I think it takes him longer to
Can I
get
just
into
remind
that.
you he made 100 and what 3 threes in a row?
Yeah, yeah, and yes, and I get that, and I
Okay.
get that,
Okay. I think it was
I
103. It
get
was
that. But
somewhere.
still, I think shooters like Steph Curry don't are they're not.
Yeah.
Although they're the best, he's the best shooter. But as far as being in a competition
No,
style,
no, I get it.
I think it's a little different.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why I'm going with the man who has made the most in a single round.
You going with
He's
Zach?
already won one. No, Devin Booker.
Devin
That's what
Booker.
I'm going with.
That's the
He's
that's
made
the
the most threes. He's done the most. I think the year he won it, I think he made 28 out of
yeah.
wherever how many it is. That's what I'm going
Uh
with Devin.
okay. Steph, I agree with you. I agree with you on Steph, but I will say Steph is a threat because if Steph gets hot, Steph gets hot. That's the thing with Steph. Donovan Mitchell. this was. I'd rather see him in a dunk contest. I don't know. That's just me personally. 3-point shooting wise, okay. I just don't see him doing too well. Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum, I think they just threw them in because they're a lot of people like that duo. Because I don't see Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown being those that great of a 3-point.
I don't see them as elite 3-point shooters to be in this
Right,
competition.
right.
Not with Steph, D
Book
Book, and the year
and
that Levine is having.
yeah,
So,
exactly. I'm gonna go with Zach Levine because I like Zach Levine's game. I love everything about Zach Levine's game. Don't get me wrong, Devin Booker is a problem. Um, but I don't know. Zach Levine. Zach Levine is just my type of player that I like, and I just want to see him win.
well, of course I like Zach Levine, but I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
want to see
yeah,
him like
yeah,
all
yeah.
over
No, no, no,
picking
no.
him.
Fair.
So,
No,
as you
Devin Booker's just Devin Booker though.
yeah, but and Devin Booker has won before, and so
Right.
you put picks. He's been there, so he probably has his rhythm down packed already.
Yeah. Fact. Um, dunk contest, which
Yeah,
is happening at halftime. Which I like. I say this is going to be very unique. Leave it to the NBA. I feel like they know how to figure out how to make it uh, a great experience visually. You know what I
okay.
mean? I don't know. The NBA is progressive at some things, more progressive than a lot of sports. Um, dunk contest, you got Cassius Staley, which that's the reason why I said earlier that I knew who was talking about Cassius Staley, which played at Duke, which is a high flyer. Obi Toppin played at Dayton.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he played at Dayton last year, and he was last year he was a regular on Sports Center for Duncan. I mean, but he was nice though. There, he was a Wooden Award finalist for Player of the Year last year, and then the last guy is who's the last guy?
Simmons.
Oh, Anthony Simmons. I don't know too much about this one. I just know he graduated. When he graduated high school, he went straight overseas to play a year, and there have been a lot of high hopes on him. Like he was the first to actually be a very good player coming out of high
Oh,
school.
okay. I know. Okay, I know that kid. Then
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that kid.
and he went overseas, and then he came
Yeah.
back, and he's been. That's who that guy is.
Oh, okay. Well,
Um,
once again, he plays for Portland, and you don't get to see
you
Portland
don't
on the
get to see him.
season.
You don't get to see him as much. Yeah,
And I'm not
all
paying for
three of them,
NBA
you
League
don't get to
Pass.
see them that much. Um, I don't know too much about Anthony Simmons dunking wise. I'd say this about Obi Toppin and Cassius Staley because I really think it's going to come down to one of them that's going to win it. Um, if I had to choose, I'd probably say Cassius Stanley. For the simple fact, Cassius Stanley's style of dunking is more like a Zach Levine
Okay.
type uh, dunker. I'm trying to think of anybody else that's kind of like not. I'm not gonna say Jordan. Jordan, not saying play ball wise Jordan, but Jordan as Kobe Bryant. Like they kind of glide in the air, like they're bunnies. Remember James White, the skinny dude. He used to be on the N1 mixtape,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and he could
yeah.
just. What did they call him? I don't know, but he could fly. Like this dude, literally, he's that type of a dunker where they glide in the air. That's how Cassius Stanley is. Obi Toppin is more so like Aaron Gordon,
Okay.
but he can still do some things. He's just a bigger dude. Anthony Simmons, like I said, I don't know too much about him. If I had to choose, I would go with Cassius Staley. I think he can stay in the air much longer, so he can have. I think he can be more creative. That's just me.
Well, I'm only picking the only guy I know who is Cassius, and I actually seen him play.
Right, right,
I haven't seen these other guys dunk the ball before.
right.
And yeah, before the show, no, I looked up their highlights, and I was like, okay, that's just a normal aggressive in the game dunk. Like, okay, I dunking in game is totally different from
Oh yeah,
dunking in a competition style.
yeah,
And at least with Cassius, I can see okay, he can do something more creative. It's just that he's
right.
in game. Obi and Anthony, or Anthony, how do you say your name is?
Anthony, man, it's just like Anthony Hardaway, man.
Okay,
Anthony
and it was
Simmons.
too hard to say, so we shortened it to Penny. But uh, and man, both of y'all look, man. Yeah, I didn't see anything in their highlight reel of NBA dunks that made me say, okay, they're going to do something different. They're going to amaze me in the dunk contest. But Cassius though,
Yeah,
but maybe because I've seen Cassius in college and things like that. I've seen more of what he can do. Well, you have a little bit more freedom in college, although he's playing at Duke. But
yeah,
hey,
yeah. Yeah, y'all are. Oh, sidebar. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. March 6th. We
oh,
going for the sweep. We going for the sweep this weekend. That's all I want to
Duke,
say.
I was gonna do an overtime about Duke and their guy who quit. Well, he didn't quit.
He
The
opted
guy who
out,
made
man.
the guy who made the best decision for him.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk about what is it? Jim Boeheim needs to stick to Syracuse and run in that stupid zone and not focus on players at Duke. But I decided not to go that way anyway because I didn't want to give Duke any love on
Yeah,
my
no
program.
love for that school up the road. That's the most you ever hear say
Yeah,
that team's
that'll be
name.
the most you ever hear me say their name,
Yeah.
and I
But
refer to them as that other school in North
that
Carolina.
other school in North Carolina. Oh, so yeah, we're going for the sweep this weekend. You already know what
Yeah,
it
going
is.
for a sweep, going for a sweep
Um,
in the ding dong.
All Star Weekend. Like I said, All Star Day. Um, I we're gonna have to do a special. We're gonna have to do a special drop. Um, for to give the prediction for our All Star game because they have not chosen.
Their teams yet.
They haven't chosen their players yet. Chosen the teams yet. So, um,
Is Kevin Durant either gonna play? That's something to say.
no. So, um, Kevin Durant is not playing. Who got picked up? Someone got picked up for him.
I mean, it's Sabonis probably got picked up.
Yeah. It was
Kevin
Sabonis.
Durant's not playing.
Yeah. Sabonis took Durant's spot.
So
And
who's their team captain then?
I want to say Steph might be the team captain now, or Luca. Whoever had the most votes behind them. So yeah, so whoever had I want to say it was Steph or Luca. Steph or Luca is going to end up being the team captain because unless if they still let, but you know what, they might still let Kevin Durant
Pick the team.
pick the team. That's what I think they might end up doing.
That's whack.
Um,
And I think he's another one that's not really hurt. It's
who?
just resting him, Durant.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about. That's how I feel about Anthony Davis.
yeah.
That they just really resting him. I feel like they're doing the same thing with
Well, Kevin
Kevin
Durant
Durant.
definitely because he had that Achilles. You know, they definitely look. Just sit here. You're fine. James Harden. James Harden can carry us to when we need you. Um, what's your predictions for the second half of the season? What you got? You already know what I'm going to tell you. You already know. Look, it's Brooklyn and some team out the West.
You know what I'm going to tell you? It is Brooklyn getting to the Eastern Conference Finals and losing to the Philadelphia 76ers.
We don't see it. Go ahead.
Lakers uh, getting AD back, and they're just running over teams in the West all the way to the playoffs. LeBron will make his 20 million straight finals game.
Who you got in the Western Finals then? What's your prediction? Is the Western Finals as
In the
well?
Western Finals, LA, and I want to see. I would like to see another LA versus LA matchup,
Yeah.
but the way Portland looks, the way Utah looks, it's going to be a little. I can see it being difficult to do that. So I'm going to say LA and Portland. I want to say LA and Portland in the finals. I just don't believe in Utah in the playoffs.
Okay.
I just don't. And we talked about that on a previous podcast about them. And yeah, they
Yeah.
play hot. They're hot well, but no.
Predictions. I got Brooklyn versus Philly. Brooklyn is coming out of the East. You just can't outscore that team, regardless. Like I said before, all you gotta do is just just give me effort on the defensive end, and everything else will take care of itself.
Oh, and your man took a three the other night, by the way, too. I just want you to know that.
Who? Ben.
Ben Simmons. He
Thank
took
God.
it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter because it was with like 10 seconds left in the game. There was down by 6, and then he took a three at the last second and he made it. Like he literally dribbled the ball up court, shot it, and made it.
I'm done. See, he needs to take more threes.
That was only his second attempt for the year. So there you
go. For the West, Lakers and Utah. I just like Utah. Utah is consistent. They're for real. Utah's for real. I like what Phoenix can do after watching them. Because Chris Paul is a great leader. Everybody has to know. Last year, Phoenix was 12th in the Western Conference. They're sitting at second in the West now, all because of CP3. OKC, where CP3 was at, was 5th last year in the West. Now they're sitting at 12th in the West. That lets you know how good CP3 is as a leader. But like you said, I do want to see LA showdown, Clippers and Lakers. The thing with the Clippers, and I was on the Clippers bandwagon last year. After watching the Clippers last night, I think it was last night or the other night, whenever it was. I don't think they have enough offense. Even though they got Kawhi and PG, maybe because Lou Williams hasn't played up to 6-man of the year type Lou Williams that we're accustomed to seeing. Serge Ibaka's been okay. I think the only thing that the Clippers, the only thing with the Clippers getting to the Western Conference is it wouldn't be their offense, it'd be their defense because their defense is sick.
Well, I don't know about their defense because watching that Boston Celtics game the other day.
That's who it was. Yeah, the other day, Boston. That's right.
No, not
Yeah,
Boston.
you're right.
Was it Boston?
Yeah, it was
Boston. Or was it Milwaukee they lost to?
The other day it was
where Giannis traveled from the 3-point line.
No, that was this past weekend. I know which one you were talking about.
Yeah, the man took 3 steps from the free throw line.
Yeah. The other day it was the Clippers and Boston because Boston won by 5.
So, those games, I just don't. Down the stretch, they don't have the output of scoring that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Especially coming off the bench. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, they don't have a bench. They don't have a bench whatsoever.
And I said this before. And I haven't said that. Paul George has been doing nice for them this year. I give him his credit's due. But last year they had Montrezl Harrell coming off the bench, and he gave them spark. That player is he's now with the Lakers, giving them a little bit of spark off the bench. So I think that's what they're lacking. That bench play, is gonna hurt them in the playoffs, which is why it was tough for me to pick them.
Yeah.
But Portland though, I just love Portland.
Yeah.
They are quietly doing well. I think they're quietly a 5th seed right now.
Mm-hmm.
and they're just doing equivalent. They winning games, not a whole lot of media hype. They're just doing this, is quietly doing what they're doing. They're beating teams that they're supposed to beat,
Right.
which is why I don't
Yeah, they're
think,
sitting at 6 right now.
which is why I don't think, which is why we talked about the Nets, and I said I would never talk about the Nets again. So I'm just gonna leave it there because I'm not talking about the Nets anymore. So
Um, yeah. I'm trying to think of any other team. Denver. I think Denver will turn around in the second half.
yo,
You know who
Joker,
nobody's. Go ahead.
Joker is the MVP. I know Harden had a good game the other night. There he's down getting some hype, but
Right.
Joker is
Joker should get.
dominating.
Yeah, Joker is definitely dominating. I agree with you on that 100%. I think Joker should definitely, if he keeps it
Glad
up,
he's
he
on
should
my,
win it.
I'm glad he's on my fantasy team because he's saving me right now.
Yeah.
So
San Antonio is doing some damage quietly as usual. No one ever talks about San Antonio. They're quietly sitting at that fifth seed. I think DeRozan has finally got comfortable with Greg Popovich. He's been holding, and they got a good collective, uh, a collection of players over there, especially with
it's,
LaMarcus Aldridge still being out.
he's done for this. He's not coming back.
Yeah,
As far as he may be, they may treat him like they treating Andre Drummond and the
Blake.
other guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
just like okay, we're doing well without you until we can find a trade for you. You just sit out. The Spurs look good. They actually took the Nets to overtime the other night.
mm-hmm.
So Dejounte Murray, excuse me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
yeah. He's doing well. Lock him there. He's going to the zone. So yeah, they're good. And like you said, DeMar is good, and Pop is just a good coach. So
yeah.
now I
Pop is
think if
doing.
COVID wouldn't happened last year, they would have made the playoffs. Though.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, what was with the I did want to say this. LaMelo Ball is going to get Rookie of the Year because of the hype, but there's this kid over in Sacramento by the name of Tyler. I don't even know how you say his last name. Hartenberg. Is that how you say his name? Um,
yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with that.
is that what it is? But
It's like Hartzenberg or however.
Hartenberg, whatever his name is, the kid he played at Iowa State last year. Once again, you don't hear about him because he's out in Sacramento. They don't get a lot of love on television. Is playing some ball, bro. Like he is nice. He's not the flashy like LaMelo, but he can run a team. And I think he's I'm not mistaken. What is his stat? I couldn't even I had him up and then I took him down.
But Lamelo Ball, it's not even just hype. Is that he is hype plus he's actually playing
No, no, no,
very
no.
very well,
No, no, no. Don't get me wrong. He is
and he's
definitely
leading. He's leading. He's leading the Hornets to be something that nobody thought the Hornets would be. Your guy Tyler, I think, because De'Aaron Fox is there,
hmm.
I think he doesn't get enough credit for what he's doing for that team
Right.
because he's playing with uh, De'Aaron Fox, the sniper. But before then, it's just like when
Tyrese, that's his name. Tyrese.
just like when Lamelo was coming off the bench, everybody's like, okay, Lamelo's good, Lamelo's good.
Hmm.
But you know, Devontae Graham and Mikal Bridges and Malik Monk and Tony Rozier are really the reason why they win. But now that he's starting, everybody's saying, "Oh no, is that so?" If Tyler were starting for the Kings
Yeah.
or getting more play or getting the same amount of
Tyrese is
playing
getting
time
more
that
playing time. Yeah.
he's getting more playing time, everybody will see like, okay,
Yeah.
no, this guy's really
I
good.
agree. I just know people need to pay attention to him because the man can hoop out there.
True that. True that. True that. True that.
But yeah, LaMelo's just try to tell people before the beginning of the season this man is serious.
Well, it's not that I didn't think he was serious. It's just the fact that the consistency early in the season he was lacking the consistency of
Yeah,
a top being a top tier player.
uh,
But since moving into that starting position,
position. Yeah,
he's done that and going beyond. He's getting even more comfortable than what I thought he would be, and even more comfortable than what anybody will say. He looks like a second year
the
player.
player. Yeah,
Far
I
as
agree.
far as running
Yeah,
far as running team.
yeah,
So
yeah, I agree with that. Um, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna wrap this up. I want to go on my rant of earlier when Gil asked if I saw the game Melo and Charlotte. I'm gonna rant about that. Uh, we're gonna see if Gil. I think Gil got an overtime. We ain't heard anything about it. We,
we'll
we,
talk
we
about it.
we'll talk about that and then we'll wrap this up. You dig? What's Golden Universe? Are you looking for a special gift to get somebody? Well, head over to Uniquely Dipped Chocolate on Facebook.com or Uniquely Dipped underscore on IG and get your customized chocolate breakable hearts, chocolate covered cookies, chocolate covered cake pops, and chocolate covered strawberries, and many, many others. That is Uniquely Dipped Chocolate at Facebook.com and Uniquely Dipped Chocolate underscore on IG. All right, what's Golden Universe? We back. All right, look. All right, earlier you was asking if I saw the Mellow and
Yeah.
Charlotte game. The answer is no. I didn't. And the thing I
Okay.
hate about this is we never get the Hornets game. The Hornets game is always subject to blackout. Why? Because it's in the state of North Carolina. We don't even get it on the local on the channel FS South Carolina or FS Carolina. Why the hell do we even have a basketball team then? Why do we have a basketball team if I can't watch my basketball team in this watch the basketball team in this state of North Carolina?
Technically, y'all don't have a team. Charlotte has a team.
It doesn't matter. Well, Charlotte, the Hornets is North Carolina. Listen, it's bad enough the only professional team North Carolina has is the Charlotte Hornets, the Carolina Panthers, and uh, the Hurricanes. Nobody cares about any of these teams. They are all not that great. With that being said, when football season's around, oh, they play Carolina Panthers game and they stay in Charlotte, but they make sure that you get the Carolina Panthers game on Fox where I can give about the Carolina Panthers playing football. They always show the Carolina Hurricanes game on television on FS Carolina, no matter what. Maybe because that's based out in Raleigh. I get it. But still, always watch it. When it comes to the Charlotte Hornets game, every time we try to go watch it, subject to blackout. Why? Why can't I just the Hornets aren't that great. The Hornets should be every NBA team in their home state, you should be able to watch the game no matter where you live at in that state. Chicago did it with WGN. Back in the day, you could watch the Chicago Bulls game on WGN if you lived in California.
We still get the WGN. I still can watch the Bulls games every now and again.
You
When
see
I
what I'm
remember that they on TV.
you see what I'm saying? So I just don't. I think they need to fix this because I would love to see Charlotte play. Charlotte's not going to get a national televised game, not that I know of. And are y'all allowing? Are they allowing fans back in the game in the stadium?
Uh, the governor said that sporting events are back open, so I'm guessing so.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to buy some tickets soon because I need to go watch them play.
Well, here's the thing.
That's
I
my
don't have that
rant.
issue. I don't have that issue because I stay in
Exactly.
Charlotte.
Exactly.
And the games are on. Now I do say this though, all their home games are on. We get all their home games.
Right. Right. Right.
But they like a couple weeks ago they played down in Miami and we didn't get the game. Although FS Sports South was showing it, it was still blacked out just because we weren't the home team.
Yeah,
So I get that. It doesn't make any sense.
it does.
I don't like the regional marketing that takes place
Yeah,
throughout sports, because even sometimes when Carolina Panthers are not home, we don't get their games. So like, okay, what's the point then?
right.
I don't care about these two teams.
Back.
I get that, but I have to go against what you. I have to say something about what you said. The Panthers, the Hurricanes, the Hornets, the new Hornets, and even the soccer team. Those are all newer fan bases. So of course we don't have that lineage of being great. We're a new team, so there are.
Yeah, but
So
with the Hurricanes, they won a Stanley Cup.
nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Hey,
Nobody cared
hey,
because everybody like the Hurricanes. I didn't even know they had a team. Like nobody cared because they're just a newer. They're one of the newer, smaller franchises in the smaller market, so nobody really cared.
right.
And I blame that on Michael Jordan. Not just joking. I don't know.
Hey, so are we getting Are we getting overtime? Are we getting overtime?
Okay, here's the thing about overtime, folks. A lot of times I sit down and I shoot overtime and then I play it back and I'm like, there's more for me to say. And then I shoot it again. I'm like, I said too much. And then there are other times where I just be tired. I don't feel like shooting. That's mainly what it is. I be tired. Don't feel like shooting. But y'all probably will get an overtime this week. Oh wait, no, y'all won't get overtime this week. Y'all won't get overtime this week. Y'all won't get one this week. And the reason why y'all won't get one this week because I shot a little bit of it on today's Wednesday when we're shooting this. I shot a little bit of it on Monday, and then since Monday, new information just came out on the topic that made me change my opinion. So that's why y'all won't get one this week. So. Yeah, okay, and that happens a lot. That happens a lot. Something will hit me, and I'll go on a rant about it, and then later on, it'll come back. Oh no! So,
well, look, I know people was waiting on overtime. I look forward to it. I'll be ready to see you go. I'm gonna start one called Full Time Out.
You gonna start one called Full Time?
Called Full Time Out.
That won't make it. Gotta be halftime.
Is it halftime? I don't know. I just need 1 minute. I just need a minute and 30 seconds.
Just a minute and 30 seconds. That's all you need.
That's a full timeout. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Hey, overtime is coming, y'all. Oh, we gonna do better with overtime. I'm actually gonna write down the schedule, get a good schedule down, and then not second guess my stuff. So overtime is coming. We're gonna do better at it.
Well, ladies and gents, that's it for the day. Like I said, yeah, we're gonna do a special drop with it being All-Star Day coming up. We're gonna do a special drop. We might hit this live. I think we might. I think we might just have to hit it live. We'll give you all the details and let you know. With that being said, stay blessed, shoot for the moon. If you miss, still amongst the stars.
The main thing.
So what?
Keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, what he said. That being said, y'all be easy. Peace.